The third season of ORC has officially arrived, with the first round taking place on the snowy and icy roads of Rallye Monte-Carlo. After a very exciting and close end to Season 2, an equally close and exciting Season 3 is expected in the top class as we head into the opening round. Monte-Carlo rewards those who survive, but also punish those who push too hard, and unfortunately C. Browning will be in the latter category. The British driver would have struggles right from the beginning, as he would struggle to be in the top 10 come the end of the third stage. But things would go from bad to worse for the Hyundai driver, as at the end of stage 4 would throw away any chance of a potential good result, and although he was able to finish the power stage, it wasn't enough to score points, and he would end Monte-Carlo without a single point to his name. A lot of driver changes would happen between the end of Season 2 and the start of Season 3, and Spitfire would be one of those drivers who made a team change, as he is looking to bring home a good result on his Toyota debut. Like C. Browning, he would struggle to stay in the top 10 during the first 3 stages, but afterwards he would slowly pick up the pace. And although he didn't have the outright pace to challenge the top running drivers, he was able to finish every single stage in relatively one piece, and he was able to bring home a points finish on his Toyota debut. Even though one of the Hyundais had some misfortunes, the other Hyundai drivers would be able to bring home much better results. Meskin was another driver who was able to finish every single stage, and doing so in the top 10 and almost grabbing a stage win in stage 2. A relatively quiet rally for the Lithuanian driver, but quiet rally or not, he was able to bring home a solid result for him and for his team. Another driver making the switch to Toyota machinery for Season 3, Dr. Raxo, is hoping to bring home a good result to start Season 3 after claiming the ORC Historic Championship, and he would make his intentions clear by finishing 3rd in the first stage and showing that he will be fighting for the podium positions. However, after that first stage, his performance would slowly start to dip, but even though he was still able to finish consistently in the top 10 like those before him, it wasn't quite enough to finish on the podium. A top 5 finish plus a few power stage points would be a solid start for the German. The top class of the championship, known as ORC-1, would see both familiar faces and some fresh ones, and the Ford of Tommy would be one of those new faces. Even though he was a rookie, his speed on the ice would show that he is not going to be fooling around. He would be another driver who would challenge for the podium position straight away from the first stage, and he would even pick up a stage win in stage 3. And although he was able to pick up a further 2 stage wins in stages 4 and 6, unfortunately it wasn't quite enough for the Finnish driver, and he would finish in P4 in the event. But even though he didn't quite finish on the podium, it was still a promising start for the rookie. Motorsport 204 is another rookie who, like Tommy and others, are heading into Monte-Carlo looking to showcase that even though they are rookies, they are not going to be taking the easy routes. The Estonian behind the wheel of the Hyundai i20 Rally 1 car would have a very similar start to fellow rookie Tommy, but although he wouldn't pick up a single stage win during the 7-stage event, he would show incredible consistency, and that consistency would reward him, as he would be able to finish P3 and pick up his first podium on his debut in the championship. Last season's Monte-Carlo, when E1 had one goal and one goal in mind, going back to back on the icy roads, and a win on the first stage would showcase his intentions. Unfortunately, his pace would slowly start to fade away, and although he was able to pick up a win in the power stage, it wasn't quite enough for the win. And after all 7 stages were done and completed, the top 2 would be separated by a hair's breadth margin of just 3.5 seconds. And the Hyundai team would claim a clean sweep, as all 3 spots on the podium would be filled by the i20s. And it would be the reigning 2-time champion Himre who would start Season 3 the exact same way he ended Season 2. 2 stage wins and incredible consistency, finishing in the top 3 in most if not all stages, would showcase why he is one of the best in the business. P1 in Monte-Carlo plus 4 power stage points would be a near perfect start for the reigning champion. Reigning 2-time champion Himre would take top honors in Monte-Carlo, with Season 2 Monte-Carlo winner E1 finishing 2nd ahead of rookie Motorsport 204. Behind them, the Ford of Tommy would take home P4 ahead of ORC Historic champion Dr. Raxo, with Meskin as finishing 6th ahead of Aaron, Adam, Spitfire and Nisha running at the top 10. And for the first round of the season, not a single driver would register an official DNF, though a lot of drivers would not be able to finish every single stage of the event, as Tommy would take home the most stage wins in 3, with everyone taking 2 stage wins and Himre also taking 2.